What is going on? I'm Zedbot. As you can tell, down there on the bottom, Season 54 has started. Up at the top, you can tell that we are on the dev build because I don't have the money for 1,000,000 diamonds. Maybe you do. But regardless, we're going to jump into the creator boost. Make sure that we've got code ZEDMOT in the shop. It costs you nothing. It helps me immensely. Now, speaking of helping immensely, 2024 is going to start with a giant bang. Season 54, all hands on deck. Now, the start time is going to be a bit foggy for some of you. Maybe want to lay off the adult beverages a little bit, but there is a new detail. It is called all hands on deck because the decks, they are a changin'. This season has a new feature, Vanishing Deck sections. No, that's not a defensive building. That's not like a mine where your troops fall into the oblivion. Engine rooms on these sections will be moved to a free spot, while other buildings will be put in storage. It sounds confusing. I assure you it's not. We are going to place our engine rooms in this back corner just to do an example showing you what the heck we're talking about. Now, the vanishing bits, it's not like this part of the deck's just going to fall off in the middle of an attack and your troops fall down there or something like that. Nothing so complicated. All it means is that we no longer are stuck in legacy land where every single, like before, like this would be our 2 engine room, and then they would like add a little bit over here to make it 3, and then add a little bit over here to make it 4. And then by the time you get to the 7 engine room level, it's basically all filled in and ugly and boring, and you get those boring 7 engine room decks. That is no more. I've made a GIF, my friends. I'm going to play it for you right now. I'll post it on the internet in case you care to watch it again at a slower time, but here's how it starts. We're at 2 engine room level. Then it moves to 3, and you'll notice that those green overlay bits aren't in the next engine room layout. So the decks are actually getting different, not just slightly changed, but full dramatic changes between one engine room level and the next. So if we watch that again, 2 engine room level going up to 3, and notice that red section where those 2 engine rooms are not their next engine room level. So it's gonna look something like this as I draw quickly. You see that? That's a pretty good drawing, right? Anyways, that section right there is gone. So our engine rooms, in theory, should be moved, but hopefully they definitely are, because it would really, really suck if people could go to the next engine room level and not have all of their engine rooms out. Just when you thought it was fixed, it came back? I don't think so. Anyways, we're going to move all of our stuff back there just to show you. Now I'm going to jump into the tech tree, and this tech tree is a doozy, like full-on doozy. It's going to be insane. This is a 20-day season, which means that it's super duper compressed. We're starting out with shock mines. We're starting out with mechs. There are Zookas and warriors above and below, but that's not even the interesting bit. I am going to cheat a little bit, give myself all sorts of extra tech up there, give myself all sorts of tokens and keys, tokens and tokens. We are going to dig into this a little tiny bit. This is not a season guide. This is just a sneak peek. So we're going to try and keep this as quick and as brief as we possibly can. Do note that your mechs have a size of, what is that here? Where did that go? Our mechs have a unit size of 14. So getting these landing crafts, you don't need to upgrade them. They hold a mech to start with. So for the first time ever, the goal of using your tokens, maybe you don't want to upgrade that landing craft. Obviously, if you're going to use warriors or Zookas, you should upgrade that. But if you're going to use mechs, you don't have to. Weird spot. GBE is going to be required for those mechs though, because you got to drop them all. Anyways, let's keep moving forward so you can see what I'm talking about as far as the insanity. So we're going to go down this bottom path because generally speaking, Zookas are going to be better than Warriors, but Warriors are pretty darn fast. And as you can see by this tech tree on the left-hand side, there are no flamethrowers, there are no machine guns, there are no hot pots, there are no microwavers. So you know what? We should probably go through the top bit. Let's be honest here. Warriors, probably the best choice for 2 engine room level. Just do be aware of those shock mines. Moving into this, you know what, let's not even do that. Let's just scroll. Look, Heavy Choppas, Rocket Choppas, Seekers. There is so much stuff at the 3 and 4 engine room level that this season is going to be just an absolute gong show. You'll notice that our engine rooms still stuck down there, even though they were in a different spot. Our sniper towers and cannons did get picked up though. So, sort of like when you placed your trophies for your Diamond Warships trophy or your global top 500 trophy, they're going to disappear. They're going to be stuck over here in the middle of nowhere. You know what? I'm going to actually build it just to see what happens when we change, because who knows? Okay, we have built the Stoneheart Winners Trophy, nicknamed after the person who has won the most seasons, I think, maybe. Anyways, we are going to upgrade that engine room to the next level, showing you guys all of the choice nodes. That microwaver and or hotpot going to be a game changer to stop warriors, I would assume, especially since those warrior players don't have shocks. Moving through the straight line though, doing the complete and utter rush to get, where did our trophy go? Our trophy is gonzo. Yep, there go our trophy. Okay, trophy got picked up. So that's actually better than when you put it down on the ramp. So maybe they fixed that in this new version. Maybe it's been fixed for a while. I couldn't tell you, but it is an important distinction to note that things do get picked up in a nice manner. So well done, Supercell. Here is the 4 engine room level. And then look at, like, this is silly. Everyone and their dog is going to go up here, get that med kit, get those rocket launchers, and get those heavy choppas. That is going to be insane. They will be completely and utterly unstoppable. So if you want to have any chance of winning, you probably want to rush to those heavy choppas as fast as you possibly can. Or, as an alternative, you take a right-hand turn instead and go get Seekers, because Seekers are going to be crazy this season as well. And you'll notice that Seekers do in fact have a boost. So these are going to be new, better, stronger Seekers than we've ever had in the past. Now we just need to figure out where the heck that node is so that we can figure out how the heck we can boost them. Tanks are there. I should have looked this up before. Oh, Seekers. If you want to boost Heavy Choppas, Seekers, or Bombardiers, you need to go all the way to the end of the tree. So that's kind of neat. Seekers will get stronger late in the season. You'll also notice that, look at this, choice nodes with 2 Doom Cannons in it. We have not seen that before. Those are rank 3 Doom Cannons, so there's a huge incentive to get towards the end of the tech tree. Damage Amplifier level 3, 2 of them. Sky Shields, 2 of them. Crazy end to the season. That is going to make for some very, very interesting details. Like, we have never seen choice nodes with that much oomph in them before. Those 2 choice nodes at the end are going to be bananas. And little tidbit, just to show you what's going on here, we are going to cheat again and bump ourselves up into that gold rank. Just a note, when I say cheat, it's the dev build. It's me cheating against myself. These are the details you're used to. The wooden rewards, 15 keys. Standard issue, no big deal. Then it moves up to 16 for those stone tier. Then it goes up to 18 for iron. You're all yawning and saying, Zed, get to the point. We're almost there. Notice that gold, 20 keys. You're used to these details, but then it changes. You'll notice that now diamond tier rewards are only 22 keys. There are fewer keys in these chests, my friend. Every other time, gold has been 20. Diamond has been 25. So the gap between the gold players and the diamond players has gotten smaller. There's not this big jump in keys when you get to diamond anymore. I've asked, BBTFRG has asked. We're very curious to see if this is something that's going to be permanent or just for season 54. And then into legendary, only 25 keys. Also, the tokens have changed, I think, but I don't tend to pay enough attention to these things, so I should know, but I don't. All I know is the keys have definitely changed. I think that will make the race a little bit tighter as far as the people who get to that diamond tier a day earlier aren't going to have as big of a gap. Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? I'll leave that up to you guys. We'll continue to explore this tree. Rocket Choppas, maybe you go back for those after you get Heavy Choppas, but for starters, I think it's all about rushing to those yellow buses. Again, this is just me with no opponents possible on the dev build, so not ideal circumstances, but you get the basic idea. We are going to unlock the medics. We are going to move into building health. We're going to get moving through those mortars just so that you can see what the heck I'm talking about as far as how the decks are going to change. Now, this is the 5 engine room level. Notice that left-hand side ramp, I think, is gone. I can't even remember, to be completely honest, but nice. Actually, no, it's the next engine room that's the interesting one. Let's get up to the next one. We will have a little look-see. Come on, boom cannons. The fact that there's no boom cannons until this far in and the yellow buses are back there, bananas. Tanks, nobody cares. Down through the tanks, which nobody cares. Notice that we didn't have any of the Cryoneer or the Grenadier, though. So if you want to go down and to the right, you need to get those tanky tanks. Let's get that next engine room, popping it out there. This is interesting. You see this left-hand side? Our Bombardiers, our Grenadiers can shoot over that. Our Heavy Choppas and Rocket Choppas can fly over that. But it would really suck to drop a boat of riflemen over there and just have them lost in the ether. There is the 6 engine room decks. 2, 4, 6. And now moving down the line, it is fairly far. I do really like that the critter launchers are super deep into the tech tree. Also, barrage, super deep into the tech tree. Do we even have artillery? Right there. Okay. We've got flares. Do we have smoke back here somewhere? Yep, there is the smoke. Kavan is fairly far back, but nobody cares about Kavan if you've got the yellow buses. Keeping on moving. Scorchers feel like they've become irrelevant and need a buff on warships. I don't know how. Maybe they need to turn the Scorchers so they have slightly smaller unit size compared to Heavy Choppas. I don't know. Anyways, no shocks until after 7 engine room level. Silly. Absolutely silly. But at the plus side, you've got all the offensive tools. Anyways, 7 engine rooms. There's the shock bomb. There is that choice node we talked about where you got to boost your Seekers up. Let's have a look at our Seekers here just so that we can see how high they're going. 3,200, 441. Let's bump those puppies up and go back here. They went up by 600 health, my friends, plus the boost. So these level 6 Seekers are not to be trifled with. They are going to be strong. And just note, Heavy Choppas, you don't really care about boosting Heavy Choppas because it's the Heavies that do most of the damage anyways, and the Heavies are there. So yes, the yellow buses that are here are going to be fun, but the Heavies, my friends, they're way over here. Lots and lots of things to chew on. So those of you who get on Discord or Telegram or whatever the heck it is to chat, you're going to have many things to talk about here. Green mines, not until late in the season. Same thing with critter launchers. I don't think anything has changed as far as critter launcher upgrade costs. Let's just go through those. Yeah, nothing terribly interesting there. But remote defib, could be interesting. More importantly though, these choice nodes at the very end are just insane. My face is sore. That means that I have been smiling about this tech tree. Interesting details. We've got many prototypes. One other quick detail. This is 100% season. Everything is balanced. That means building damage, there is one there. There is one at the very end of the tech tree. GBE, there is one here. There is one over here. Troop health, you guessed it, one about there, and then the other one is over to the right-hand side in this neighborhood right there. So 100% everything. That should make for a strong defensive season, especially with those details off to the side. There are obviously things missing from here. I can't tell you what they are. I didn't see Everspark. There she is right there. But silliness. Lots and lots of silliness this season. That is going to be it for my sneak peek. It is not the longest, but there are definitely some interesting things coming forwards. What else does Supercell have for us in Season 55? You'll have to wait and subscribe. But these seasons, incremental small changes. Last season we got those choice nodes. This season we get interesting deck layouts. And yes, of course, they could close off and change ramps before, but now that they can do this magic where they just absolutely and utterly change where the decks are, move your buildings, you're going to have to rebuild anyways, so throwing them into your storage is not a big deal whatsoever. Got to throw a shout out to Mr. BB TFRG, Mr. Bill, just ballistic balls. Sorry, Bill Bull, brain not going. He used my deck generator to show this off. I tried to do the same thing by using Photoshop and then overlaying the decks on top of one another, but the perspective changes when the decks change, so I copied his idea. You guys, go out there, build some decks. Use my Boom Beach Warships deck builder. This opens up all sorts of new things, so do check those cards up there. Get your deck submitted. So much interesting things to come. I am Zedmont. This was my Boom Beach Warships Season 54 Sneakage of the Peakage. Use code Zedmont in that shop. I shall talk to you soon. Happy 2024. I hope you guys have the best year yet. 2023 Boom Beach making 2024 look pretty darn promising. I'm Zedmont. Thanks for coming in. Like, share, subscribe, comment, click the bell, YouTubey things. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for coming in. I'm Zedmont. Peace.